What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Aquarius Sun sign friends. If you're born between the dates of January 20th and February 18th, then you are an Aquarius Sun sign, and this reading is for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at the month ahead for the month of September for all my Aquarian friends. This spread's going to tell us what past, present, and future energies you've got circling around you, as well as what to hold on to and let go of for the month ahead, as well as what obstacles and lessons you're likely to learn. Basically, this spread is designed to give you all the information you need to make the most out of the month of September. Now, remember, this is the general overall reading, and not everything is going to apply to everybody in this reading, so take what works for you and leave the rest. But if you do want a more specific reading tailored just for you, where I tap into your energies, then head on over to my Etsy shop. There is a link in the description, as well as the card, so you can click on that and go to that. Let's introduce you to my crystal friends. I've got my sodalite sphere, which I keep with me for every tarot reading. It helps me connect with my intuition. And then I got a carnelian sphere here. Carnelian resonates with the lower chakras and is great for injecting energy and vitality into the space around it. So that's why we have it here, to bring some energy, to bring some vitality. I'm going to be using the Hobbit Tarot. This is a tarot deck based on Tolkien's The Hobbit novel. You don't have to be a Hobbit expert to get the most out of this deck. You don't have to know anything about it at all. But luckily for you, I do. So, if you would please now, give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards a question. What are the energies surrounding Aquarius Sun signs in the month of September? Alright, that ought to do it. We will cut the cards and deal out 8. Alright, and while we're at it, we're going to take a look at the Earth Magic Oracle. We're going to ask this Oracle deck what message it has for Aquarius Sun signs in the month of September. What message for Aquarians in the month of September? Alright. And we will take a look at that card at the end. So let's see what we got going on here. I see 3 major arcana, a bunch of wands. Well, that's a nice mixture. Pretty even mix. So, pretty balanced energies. But we'll see what these cards have to say individually. Then we'll look at them as a whole. The first card we're going to look at is this one. And this represents the energies of last month. So the energies of August. We've got the 2 of Wands. Alright, so when I see this 2 of Wands, I think to myself of maybe a new project, a new adventure, a new opportunity, just getting off the ground and just starting out, and you putting the effort into getting those cogs in motion, to get the ball rolling. And I get the feeling here that for a lot of you, remember this is a general overall reading, so not everything's going to apply to everyone, but for a lot of you, I do feel like you got started on something new in the month of August. Maybe this is something you'd been planning for a while, and August was the time for it to finally take the first couple steps to get it rolling. But you know, new opportunities, new doorways. That's basically the gist of this card, and that's what I'm picking up from this card right now. Is that there was a new opportunity that you started, and you were hopeful that it would take you to a new place. This card here represents the current energies, the energies of now, and we've got the Sun. And I feel as though a lot of you are very optimistic right now. You're, beaming. It's the tail end of summer in the northern hemisphere. The warm weather is, still with us. The birds are chirping, the flowers are bloomed, right? And just happiness. That's the overall gist of this card. Is just being open, being happy, and being full of optimism. And I think, anytime we start something new and it starts to go well at the beginning, we stay very optimistic and we're very hopeful for the future. So I see this as a great place to be right now. You guys are very hopeful for the future. I don't see much depression or anxiety or any fears here. I see just a lot of happiness, and not necessarily glee, not like happiness, but just being very confident and secure with who you are and where you're going. This card here represents the energies of next month, so the energies of September, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune. And not trying to put a negative spin on anything, I just read them as I see them, but I do see fortunes changing in the month of September, things taking a turn. Not a drastic turn necessarily, though for some of you it might be. I just get the feeling that there might be a little bit of a setback that gets in your way, or there might be a challenge or obstacle that you're not exactly sure how to face immediately. But basically, just a changing of fortune is the feeling I'm getting from this card. Now, if these cards didn't feel right and you're actually feeling depressed and sad right now, then maybe this is a positive thing and you're going to change towards more positivity. But if you were feeling very optimistic and hopeful in the end of August, then September might be a little bit of a different energy where things aren't going exactly how you had hoped and planned. So don't take that as a negative thing. Just realize that, the Wheel of Fortune is all about ups and downs. There's vicissitudes in this life, and we can't really control a lot of them. And the fact that this is a major arcana signals, this is going to be beyond your control. This is just energies in the universe shifting and affecting you. And there's not much you can do to combat this other than to just ride the wave as it comes so that you don't get splashed around by it. All right, this card here represents what to hold on to in the month of September. We've got the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is about friendships, or it's about romance. So if you have any opportunities to start a new friendship or to start a new romance in September, I feel as though this is going to be a positive thing. This is going to be a thing that's going to help you in your life. It's going to be a positive relationship. So maybe you don't necessarily have to go out there with the intention of trying to find a new relationship or a new friend. But if one presents itself to you, realize that it's probably going to be beneficial in the long run. It's going to help you out a lot. If nothing presents itself to you, then just spend more time with those who you are closest with. The Two of Cups is about forging relationships and making bonds that can last a long time. And this could be through friends or family or romance, whatever. But definitely hold on to that. Those connections that you create with people that are deep and strong, basically. All right, this card represents what is going to be your largest hurdle in the month of September. We've got the World card, and the World card is about things coming to an end. So if the Wheel of Fortune is correct and fortunes are going to be changing and shifting, I think that one of your biggest obstacles is going to be coping with that change that is going to probably occur. And I think maybe a lot of you will feel such a setback that you want to stop what you're doing and maybe quit. But that's going to be an obstacle that you should really get past. Don't quit, guys. Just because of one setback, maybe just a month full of setbacks. Yes, it feels like it's the universe is like against you. But I think the idea here is good. Whatever you've been hatching up. And this card is suggesting that the biggest hurdle will be to remain passionate and remain dedicated to whatever it is you're trying to create at this time. And so don't give up, basically, is what this card is saying. All right, this card here represents what to let go of in the month of September. We've got the Six of Wands. Okay, this card is saying that you need to realize that some things are just out of your control, is basically what this is saying. Release control. Release the desire to make things the way that you want them to be. There's a major arcana here that kind of tells me that there's some things are beyond your control, and if you're going to try to control it, it's going to be a futile effort, and you're just going to be wasting time and energy. And it might even bring you down when you realize finally that you can't control the uncontrollable. So don't feel like you have to be in charge of your life. Maybe be a little bit more open to floating on the whims of change. You know what I mean? So yeah, you just have to relinquish control a little bit. I think that's what this card is saying. Is like, don't hold on to the idea that you can dictate how things are going to go for you. To an extent, of course, you can, but some things are beyond your control, and just allow it and just go with it and try to find the path of least resistance so that there's not a lot of confusion or fighting, basically. All right, this card here represents the energy of the people around you for the month of September. Now, I just want to tell you that this card represents the energies of everyone in your life as a whole. Of course, individuals are going to have different types of energy, but as a whole, as a group, the people in your energy are going to embody the Ace of Swords, which is about new ideas and new thoughts. And I think the people in your life are actually going to help you to think outside the box. Is the feeling I'm getting from this card. They're going to teach you a new way of thinking, whether this is intentional or not. I don't think it really matters, but they have something to teach you in the month of September. So spend time with your closest loved ones, with your friends, your family, your coworkers, and see if they have any good ideas that kind of challenge your way of thinking and force you to look at things from a different, newer perspective. I think they're going to bring perspectives to your life that you haven't thought of before, and that's a great thing. It's going to give you more perspective just seeing a different viewpoint. So definitely, don't shut out new ideas that come to you from outside, from people. So September is going to be a month for help from people in the idea realm. All right, the last card we have here represents the biggest lesson you're likely to learn in the month of September. And we've got Queen of Wands. Oh, just a moment. All right, you're going to have to be forceful. The lesson here is that nothing just happens. Yes, some things just happen, but if you're trying to create the life of your dreams, you are going to have to put in work, and it's going to not always be easy, and it's not always going to flow freely and smoothly. There's going to be obstacles. In fact, if there weren't obstacles, you wouldn't be growing. You wouldn't be learning. So there's going to be obstacles, and it's going to take some work on your part. It's going to take some dedication. If things aren't going great, you're going to have to stick to it if you want to see this thing happen. And so the Queen of Wands will passionately go for what she wants and put that work in to get it. And that's what you're going to have to learn this month, is that nothing comes without determination, passion, courage, and ability. You're going to need all of those things to see through your ideas to the end. And you have all those things. You have all those things. It's just a matter of what you tell yourself. A lot of you already know you have those things. But for those of you who don't, you've been telling yourself that you don't have those things. And that's the only reason why you feel like you don't have them. It's because you've been telling yourself that. But to look at the spread as a whole, I do see just something new and exciting coming in the month of August, and that excitement carrying over to now. But in September, I do feel like the whims of change will be on the horizon, and they're going to start to bring some change to your life that's maybe not in alignment with what you had envisioned. Possibly for some of you it is, but most of you probably it won't be. What you can do though is really spend time with those who make you feel alive, the people you love, and if you have the opportunity to make a new relationship this month, make it. It's gonna be beneficial, and it's gonna help you. So be very social this month if you possibly can, but realize that you're being given excuses to quit. Don't take those excuses. No one wants to hear excuses. You know what they say about excuses? Now, forget that joke. It's not appropriate. Anyway, don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. That's all I got to say. Don't quit. It's going to take some struggle, yes, but don't quit. What you need to let go of is the desire to control and to dictate. Realize that you are pretty small in the grand scheme of things, and it's better to go with the flow than it is to fight nature. So relinquish control. If you feel like you're trying to dominate things around you, it's not going to help. The people around you are going to be bringing some great ideas, outside the box thinking, new perspectives that are just going to be great for you. At a time when you need to think outside the box, when you're faced with challenges and you need to get around them, the people in your life they're going to be there to help you. They're going to provide some answers for you, at least show you a different way of thinking so you can come up with new answers. So spend time with people. And the biggest lesson, of course, is that it takes work. It's going to take work. Nothing really comes easily. But it's a combination of work and intent and emotions. It's not just work, as like society would tell us, like, oh, the harder you work, the more you get. No, you need to work hard, but you also need to have a vision. You also need to have passion. You also have to never give up. You also have to have the intention and follow through with that intention. So it takes a combination of things, all of which you have, and it's just going to take a little bit of work to get through this process here. All right, the last thing we have here is we asked the Earth Magic Oracle what message it had for Aquarius Sun sign friends in the month of September, and we've got Dreamtime Creation. I love this card. Very Australian, but at the same time, very colorful. All right, interesting. So I know I said that your friends and family and loved ones and coworkers are going to have a new perspective for you. And this is true, but I think the greater benefit to you will be found in your dreams. Dream work is where we really work out a lot of our problems, our issues, our fears, and also focus in on our aspirations and our goals and our hopes. And this card is telling me that if you want whatever you started in August or whatever happened in August, if you want that to succeed and continue forward, you're going to have a vision of what it will look like at the end, and you're gonna have to keep dreaming and keep adjusting that vision based on what's happening, but at the same time keeping that vision intact. And the dream cycle, the dream time, is a place for us to exercise our imaginations, and our imaginations take add a little work to imagination, and you can create that thing, right? And so don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to see things for how you want them to be. And that's going to help you create as you move along this path. And it's going to help you get past obstacles and make sure that you're creating from a place of the highest good. Okay, so that was my reading for Aquarius Sun sign friends. I hope you guys got something out of that. Remember, this is a general overall reading. Not everything is going to apply, but if you want a reading tailored just for you, where I tap into your specific energies, head on over to my Etsy shop, link in the description and in the card, and I can do this reading or a variety of other readings. You can check those out. I would appreciate that. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like. I really do appreciate that. It lets me know I did something right and that you got something out of it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, anything you want to say about this video at all, put those in the comment section below. I love to hear what you guys have to say about things. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I release these Tarotscope videos bi-monthly, and I also sprinkle in a bunch of videos in between, so plenty to catch up on. You want to be notified when those come out. So I'd appreciate a subscribe if you would. All right, guys. Aquarians, it's time to dream. You're on the road to manifesting your desires. Gonna be a little hiccup, but you got this. All right. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.